Hi, hey, hello, how's it going? It's Emily, and today we're going to be doing my TBR game for the month of August. So first, a quick recap on how July went. I have the list right here. So we're just going to look at the prompts for July and whether or not I read them. I'm filming this a little bit earlier in July than I normally would, but I've still done a great job. So Serpent Sea I had for a continuous series. I did read that. Great Big Beautiful Life for a popular book. I did read that. The Amalfi Curse for top of mind. I did read that. The Jasad Air for fantasy. I have not yet read, but I'm not worried about being able to finish it by the end of the month. The Spanish Love Deception I put for a book that was over 400 pages. I did read that. Drown Me with Dreams to finish a series. I did read that. Problematic Summer Romance for continuous series. I am currently about halfway through that, so not worried about finishing that. Free pick. I had put either Deep End or just a book that I read for Summerween, so I will count one of my books for Summerween for that one. And then nonfiction, Under a White Sky will be the next thing I read. So I'm halfway through one book and have two more to go by the end of the month. So I'm not concerned about being able to finish things. If for whatever reason I don't, then I'll deal with that in my August vlogs, but I'm not worried about being able to finish this. I did also finish Amy and Kim's TBR game prompts, or I'm almost done with those, so I'll submit those soon. Fantasy can count for a bunch of the books that I read. White Cover, again, Under a White Sky, I'm about to read. Battlefield, I'm going to use Capitana for a book that has something to do with the Battlefield section of the game. Magical Realism, I'm going to count the Amalfi Curse. Free pick will be easy, and challenge book to continue a series, I definitely did that. So not a problem there. I also did complete all of the Summerween prompts to read a book in the dark, and that was Horror Store. Read a horror or thriller, that was The Couple in 5B. Have a book with a sky on the cover, and I read The Fury for that. First year, or it's been on a year TBR for over a year, I put The Perfect Couple. And then for a novella, I read Killjoy. So I've completed all of those prompts as well. So I did really good in July. So let us then get right into the rules for August and see what the game has in store for us. Okay, and we are ready to go with our first roll. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. DRS. Love it. And that is the drag reduction system, so we get to just roll and keep on going. Okay, a 4. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I love that we're past the first crash spot. So that is the second team spot, or the second deck here, and 4+ word title. Okay, so 4+ word title. I actually have a decent number of summer romances that have 4 or more words in the title. So the one I'm going to pick is Battle of the Bookstores. I am so excited about this one, and I would love to read this one in August at a specific time for a specific reason, but I'll get to that in the vlogs. So we'll count this one for that, and I think this is just 2 people who own independent bookstores in Boston, and they have a rivalry, but ultimately fall in love. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Also, how adorable is this cover? Anyway, all right, on to the next roll. And next roll is a 1. So we'll go to the third team spot, which corresponds to the third deck here. Paperback. Okay, not a problem. Okay, so a paperback, and again, plenty of summer romances that are paperback. So I will count What Happens in Amsterdam. This is by Rachel Lynn Solomon, and this one follows a couple of people who fake date, and she lives in Amsterdam at the time, and I think reconnects. Does she reconnect with someone? Anyway, whatever. I think it involves fake dating. It sounds delightful and is set in Amsterdam, so I think it's gonna be a good time. So, next roll. And next roll. Okay, that's a 2. And 1, 2. So the tire spot just means that I get to change out a book that meets the same prompt. If I don't want to use the one that I originally picked for the prompt, I get to change it out. So that's what that one means. So next roll is a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we are on the second team spot of these 4. So once again, corresponds to this second deck here. Ooh, a free pick. Love that. And we do love a good free pick, so that's always fun. So I think I'm gonna put just another summer romance on here. I'm gonna do Temple of Swoon. This is by Jo Segura, and this one, she also wrote Raiders of the Lost Heart, and I really enjoyed that one. So I don't remember the specific synopsis of this one, but I'm excited to read another book that's kind of in that same vein. I don't know if this is considered a companion book to that one or not, or if it follows, you know, some of the same characters that we met in the other book. I'm not 100% sure, but I definitely wanted to check this one out as well. So put that one on the list, and next roll. Okay, and we're ready for the next roll. A 6. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, past the second crash spot. 5, 6. Okay, so the first team spot, or the first deck here. 400 plus pages, not a problem. So 400 plus pages, and I do actually have a romance that is over 400 pages, and it is The Other Hallie Hazelwood on my TBR. I didn't get to this one for a free pick in July. I'm just gonna count one of the summer wing ones, as I said. So I'll just go ahead and put this on the August list, because this is over 400 pages, approaching 450 pages. So we're gonna check this one out. It definitely seems like it's gonna be different than some of her other books, but I'm excited to check it out and see what I think. So we'll do Deep End by Hallie Hazelwood. All right, next roll. And we'll go to the next roll. Okay, we got a 2 there. So 1, 2, and that is the third team spot. So we'll use the third deck here. And this is Genre Blend. Okay, so this is just something that combines 2 genres. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, a genre blend. And for this one, I typically will just count anything that heavily combines 2 genres. So for me, 9 times out of 10, this is probably going to involve a fantasy romance. I love the combo of the 2. So we're going to do it, y'all. We're going to do it. We're going to read Shield of Sparrows. This is by Devney Perry. And people have been going bananas over this book, so I want to see what the hype is all about. I'm excited, and we'll see if it's worth the hype for me or not, but I want to find out. And yeah, we're going to try this one in the month of August, because this is one of the fantasy romance on my TBRs that I'm most excited about. There definitely are a good handful of other ones as well that I'm very excited about, but I want to give this one a go, see what I think. I don't even remember what the synopsis is for this one. I just know people have been super excited about it, and from what I've heard from people talking about the synopsis, it seemed like it would be right up my alley. I'm just not remembering exactly what it's about at this moment, but anyway, all right, very excited. All right, next roll. And next roll. Okay, another 2. Okay, another tire spot. So same thing, I'll get to change out another book if I decide to swap books that meet the same prompt. So next roll, and it is a 3. 1, 2, 3, and a free pick for the end spot. All right. And a free pick for the end spot. So for that one, I'm gonna put The Woman in the Library. This is by Sulari Gentile. And yeah, I'm gonna read it again at a specific time for a specific reason, and you'll see in my vlogs in August why I wanna read this one in particular at a particular time in August. But this one follows a murder mystery in the Boston Public Library. And I've been warned from, I think it was Sid, read this one, and also from the synopsis presumed that it was a locked room mystery, i.e. we're in the Boston Public Library and we do not leave until the mystery is solved, and it just is all contained there. Apparently that is not the case. So I'm at least pre-warned, because I also would have assumed that it was a locked room mystery and would have been disappointed to find that it was not. So I'm at least going in with the right expectations, I think, and knowing that this is not a locked room mystery, but is still a murder mystery set in Boston. So, and yeah, I found it at, I think, a library book sale, and had been intrigued by this one. So we're gonna count that for the free spot, or for the free pick for the end spot. So the game was super nice to me this time. Just gave me a handful of books, so that's nice. I will definitely be continuing with some other, just in terms of other reading plans, I definitely be continuing with some other summer romances, like Catherine Center's new book, Abby Jimenez's new book. There still are a few others that I want to make sure I get through. I also want to get to the Glittering Edge is one that I was watching Olivia Reads a Latte's, Olivia's vlogs, and she was saying that it was a good summer fantasy, actually, that it was kind of a CW show in book form and was perfect for the summer and took place over the summer. So I think that's another one that I want to get to, but is not on the official TBR. So we'll see what happens, but these are at least the official books on the TBR. I think it's going to be a fantastic reading month. And then once August ends, we get to spooky season reading. So that'll also be very exciting. Hopefully the game will cooperate with me, because there is a very specific list of books that I want to read for September, October, and November. So I'm hoping that I can make sure to get all of those on the list and make sure that I can read what I want to read. Anyway, but thank you so much for watching another round of TBR Grand Prix. Be sure to subscribe for more bookish content. This will actually be a shorter one than most of them, I think, but it was nice to me, short and to the point. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll be sure to leave more information below, including my Instagram, as well as more information about how you can support the Black Lives Matter movement, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.